A narcissist is a thief of joy. And how do you reclaim your happiness after a narcissistic relationship? Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be about how narcissistic people steal your joy and ways to reclaim your happiness. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about the narcissist personality disorder to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with in your life, how to handle yourself around those if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers. Your support is greatly appreciated. So when it comes to a narcissist, they are the masters of deception. They are a con artist, a manipulator, a thief of other people's joy, freedom, possessions, mental health, physical health, and many more. A narcissist isn't just someone with inner confidence within their own abilities that likes to post countless selfies and tot up their likes. They are someone with inner envy, inner arrogance that likes to pull other people down to feel better about themselves. A narcissist is a toxic person who can be 1 minute so charming and kind and the next so hurtful and negative. They lack in empathy. They do not care for how they make others feel. They exploit people. They don't care if they've earned something or not. They see it, they want it, they manipulate, and they take it as they feel entitled to do so. They also hold no guilt for the things they do and remove their feelings of shame by passing the blame on to those around them. Whoever the narcissist was or is within your life, as most of us carry a little self-doubt, a narcissist will take that self-doubt to place you in the fear zone, where we begin to forget everything and run with it due to them downplaying their toxic behaviour and exaggerating all of our reactions to their actions. When we are emotional thinkers and they can pull on each and every one of our emotions to use these very emotions against us, from making us feel guilty so that we want to make it up to them for the things they're doing to us, to causing that fear within us, so we fawn to their behaviour and conform to their demands out of fear of what they will do if we don't, to provoking feelings of anger and resentment within us so that we react to their toxic ways just for them to shift the blame onto us time and time again, leaving us with more self-doubt. So just how do narcissists steal your happiness? The straightforward answer is they manipulate your thoughts. They brainwash your mind to serve themselves. Self-doubt. Most of us have those nagging little doubts in day-to-day life. Normal, natural and healthy. When it comes to self-doubt, you either sit down and avoid doing things altogether and live with regret, or you get up and you do it anyway. A narcissist will train your brain to question everything about yourself. They do this by invalidating all your thoughts or your opinions or your feelings. They will put you down using your insecurities against you. Instead of being loving, caring and building you up, they take you down so that you doubt your abilities in everything you say or do. They triangulate you and play you off against others to plant those seeds of self-doubt within your mind about those around you, so you no longer know who to trust, isolating you from support, so the narcissist can divide and conquer and you lose your trust in others. Emotions. It's normal to have feelings, yet a narcissist will make you overthink each and every single thing you think, feel or believe in. A narcissist will act out in some way. They will bait you in some way. They will provoke you in some way to get an emotional reaction from you. They will gaslight you to get an emotional reaction from you. Then when you do speak up for yourself, it'll be a case of them telling you that you're being too sensitive, you're being insecure, you're overreacting, you're too angry, you're too emotional. Now they can play many different games and then gaslight you after the event to confuse you all the more. Or they can gaslight you before to confuse you, to get you going, to chip away at you, to get that emotional reaction from you so that they can blame your reactions to their actions. When without their actions, you would not be having those emotional reactions. Those who have emotions can be sensitive, and you are going to feel sensitive around insensitive people. You are going to feel defensive around offensive people. A narcissist wants to go on the attack to get you to defend yourself to them so that they can twist it all around to get your emotional reactions so that the narcissist can blame your defenses so that you question and doubt yourself. Being sensitive isn't just a passing mood. It's often vital to who a person is. It's often vital to their values. It usually means that people can care for another person's feelings, that you can think before you act or speak to avoid hurting another person's feelings. You can absorb information and process it. You can be upset easily when people offend you because you're a caring person. You can become upset easily over others' hurtful actions towards you. There's nothing wrong with being sensitive. There's nothing wrong with having feelings. It's good to have feelings. It means you care about yourself and others. There's everything wrong with those who use feelings against people to provoke reactions from them. Someone who loves and cares would try to think first. If they made an error in judgment, they would sympathise, comfort, validate and communicate. They would not use your own feelings against you. When people do things that hurt you, being sensitive is a perfectly normal reaction. The problem is not you being sensitive. The problem is them not caring about hurting your feelings. The problem is they are very insensitive people. Empathy. A narcissist will use your empathy against you, just like they use your emotions against you. A narcissist will beg, plead, triangulate, pity play, confuse, place that much fear into you so that you conform to their demands. As we are the ones that often feel bad if we don't conform to their demands, yet we fear what they will do if we don't conform to their demands. So you are literally stuck between a rock and a hard place when it comes to dealing with a narcissistic person. You will not be able to beg or plead with them. You cannot appeal to the conscience of those who lack one. However, they will appeal to yours. That double standards of a narcissist. Enough. Most of us question if we are indeed enough. We are human. We make mistakes. We make errors in judgments. We look for ways to be enough. Often, instead of looking to be enough for ourselves, we try to be enough for others. Often, as a narcissist has already planted that self-doubt within our minds that we are not enough, we try harder and harder and harder to please them, never realising at the time we are losing ourselves. The more we try to please a narcissist, the less it's going to be enough for them, and the more they're going to make us feel like we are not enough. Drama. A narcissist will create so much conflict and drama within our lives. It releases chemicals such as cortisol, and then when they reward us, when we do right by them, it releases dopamine and other natural chemicals that we literally become addicted to the toxic cycle. Isolation. Once we have the self-doubt, once our emotions are running on a high, when we no longer feel good enough, when we're surrounded by conflict, when we're surrounded by drama, we become mentally, emotionally, physically drained. Our minds left so confused with the cognitive dissonance, we become isolated from friends and family and from any kind of support, making it easier for the narcissist to convince us that we are the ones with the problem. Cognitive dissonance. Everything that happens within a narcissistic relationship leaves us confused. We live two different realities, have different values and beliefs running around our heads, living confused about reality, which way to turn and what to do. Fear. Once we are isolated, full of anxiety and depression from the emotional overload and left feeling crazy, stupid, living in pain, not only with our hearts but also within our minds from all those silent treatments. When we're walking on eggshells trying to second guess their behaviour, they will fill us with so many fears. Fear of being left as we've got no one and nothing, with how we feel they will say no one will love you. And often we believe them when they say, who would believe you? You're crazy. We believe them. How to reclaim your happiness? The straightforward answer is make a decision to take back control of your thoughts, to take back control of your feelings and work on it each and every single day until you succeed and it gets easier and easier. Before you know it, the next time something hard hits, your thoughts will just take care of you. Be unapologetically you. Learn to think about how you want to think. Believe in what you want to believe. Not care for what others say about you. Focus on you. Who cares if others like you? With good intentions, there's no wrong way or right way to live your life. There is only your way. We can study and look at the habits of happier people within our world, but most of these studies are done on wealthier people. So you can have a morning routine, you can exercise, you can meditate, you can do yoga, you can surround yourself with happy people. Yes, this all helps so long as doing these things actually make you happy. They say happy and successful people get up at 4 a.m. If that's what makes you happy, do it. If not, don't. If you naturally wake between 3 and 6 a.m, trying to get up then and starting your day rather than trying to force yourself back to sleep might work in your favour, and just learning to go to bed earlier rather than forcing yourself and fighting against yourself to fall back to sleep. Yes, we can learn from others living how we would like to live, yet we have to adapt it to what is right for us. Decisions. We can all choose. We all have the power of choice. We all have the power to make a decision. And then we can all make excuses and talk ourselves out of that decision. Why? Often fear. Fear of failure. Fear of judgment. Fear of making a mistake. Fear of pain. Fear of what if. And we have to change the what ifs from what if the worst thing that could happen to what if the best thing could happen. Make a decision, act on it. Look at a time in your past you made a decision, went for it, and it altered your life course. Fear. Face everything and rise again. When dealing with those without empathy or with those who lack empathy, always find a safe way out. Facing the fear of making friends, the fear of anxiety of dating, fear of being yourself, fear of standing up for yourself. As you rise and shake your mind of all the manipulation that's been drip-fed, you can become a lot stronger in who you are as a person. Sometimes when you're rising, your mind starts to forget. You've got to stand up and do things anyway. Others feel the same as you. Go for what you would like out of your life. Emotions. Taking back control of your feelings. Don't worry if someone else wouldn't feel as sensitive or as insecure as you, or wouldn't act like you are. They are not you. Don't ask, would someone else think this? Ask why you believe it or feel it. It's as good or as bad as it is to you. Validate your own feelings. You are allowed them. Often they are there for a reason. You feel sensitive around those who cause you to feel hurt. You feel insecure around those who you cannot trust. You feel anxious around those who feed your anxiety. Our mind controls our emotions We control our mind. We have to recognize the emotion and what it is teaching us, not let other people dismiss those emotions for us. Find your sense of humour, whatever that is to you. Things that have happened are horrific, and they happened. You cannot change the past. You can change your future. When we live feeling sad, we live a sad life. When we live feeling depressed, we live an unhappy life. When we take ownership of our feelings, no matter what others throw our way, when we laugh at things that is supposed to destroy us, that laughter will lift us. Yes, some horrible things happen in life. That's life. We get to define the meaning. We give to a toxic situation. We get to internally define that meaning for us. Give yourself some foundations to work from, and most buildings have solid foundations, will stand tall. Start building your foundations today. Learn your boundaries of things you will and will not accept from people. Learn your values, your beliefs. Learn to say no. Look for something you enjoy doing for you, or things you enjoyed in the past, to start doing them again, to give your life meaning. Think about what direction you'd like to go in. You don't need to know how you will get there. You just need the foundations and the blueprint. If that blueprint is a 6-month or a 5-year plan, just create an idea of where you'd like to be. You can always change it. Just like getting in that car. If you don't know where you are going, or you are not going to turn up where you need to be, you could end up anywhere. If you type a destiny into that sat nav, you might not know the final destination, or you might have never been there, but your sat nav will take you there and you will arrive. And if you spot somewhere more fun along the way, you can always change direction. Write things down. Start putting your goals on paper, as many as you can, at least 5. Read them daily. Add to them. Cross them off once achieved, and add more. You are limitless. The power within your thoughts. Learning to take care and manage your own thoughts correctly to serve who you are, who you want to be, how you want to live your life, and where you want to go. I shall link into the video description how narcissistic people can twist the story to their advantage. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments. If you are looking for further support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have an online guide available. Their Teachable link is in the description, and I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the description if you're looking for someone to speak to. Thank you very much for listening. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.